Nasty weather as predicted. Oh, God. Who's at the front door? She must be. That's her. Early in the morning. It's unbelievable. Since I've been going to bed early to paint, no painting today, but I'm used to getting up early now. Going to bed by midnight, getting up by 7:30. My whole sleeping has changed. I'm doing laundry right now. I cleaned that area over there this morning. I've been up since 7. I don't know what she's saying now. Yeah. You gotta call me, dumb. I mean, come over here. I cannot hear you. What happened? Ma, come here. I cannot hear you. What about her? Of course they're in the house. Of course not. They're smart. They know to be in that house. Oh, God. I can't hear her. I am not in the mood to be yelling. What? It's too early. But this is the radar. It is lit up. Still a lot of rain to come through. Look at those storms. Look at the line. It's only going to get nastier. As all these trains up toward the north, it's just going to go over the same areas. And on the cold side, you got the little snow going on. But this is just going to train like a river upward pretty much all day. And it's going to get really windy. But this is what we're going to deal with all day over here. And high winds. And thunderstorms possible. Embedded in the line, especially as this colder air drifts behind the front. Right in there. You could see the storms already starting to develop down to the south. It's crazy weather. Today we will be near 60. That's crazy. Rain predicted all day. So this is what the weather should be. This is the first month of winter. December is still a cold month in Marlborough, which is right near me. And the average high is 38 degrees. Average low is 26. The arrival of December corresponds with a shift in temperature down from 48 in November to an icy 38. So that's on the onset of the month. So we just haven't been getting the snow. There's no way we get 35.9 snow days in winter. We just haven't seen that in God knows how long. No way. So today's temperature. Alexa, what's the temperature for today?
Good morning, Bill. Right now, it's 52 degrees.
It's already
Fahrenheit.
52.
Today, expect a high of 63 degrees.
63 degrees. Normal is 38. It's 37 in January. Or 36. One of them. Statistics don't lie. The numbers and the data do not lie. 38. That's 25 degrees above normal today. Now, it's going to drop back down to normal tomorrow. But then it's going to be back up in the 40s next week. And I've been saying this a million times when I stream. This has been the weather trend for the last 8 years. It just keeps getting slightly warmer in our winter months every year. At least here. We used to get a lot of snow here. Doesn't happen anymore. And I'm not going to say we're overdue, because I say that every year and nothing happens. Now it's going to have to prove me wrong. Until it happens, prove me wrong. But it hasn't happened. I'm trying to see. Oh, God, Mom, stop. Now she's going to end up calling my phone. I know it. I can just hear it in my head. Oh, she actually might have done it right. I hear the phone ringing and it's not mine. That might be good. I'm trying to find... it ain't here. All right, let's try... That's not it. Is it this one? It used to be so good with statistics. Okay, history. But I don't want to see that. I want to see daily. Summary, temperature. All right, this one doesn't do it. I used to have it, but if for some reason the bookmark, I wonder if it's in Google Chrome that I don't use. It could be. Bookmarks and lists. Show all bookmarks. Doesn't look good. Nope. Okay. Historical weather. What the hell? Last month? Last year? It's showing Celsius. I can't stand it. I'm going to bookmark this one anyway. Because it's a world weather thing. That's why they have it in Celsius. It's ridiculous. I'm going to put daily, historic. That might help. This might help a lot better. Let's do weekly. Oh yeah, this might definitely work better. Let's do monthly. Historical. Today's the 11th. So this actually might work. We're going to find out. I bookmarked it. Let's start with January. And let's go back to 2014, 10 years ago. Let's just look. Review. Okay. I don't know if this is right. I'm seeing all kinds of crazy numbers. That is not, that can't be right. Yeah, this site is wonky. It's always something to try to find the data. Okay, let's try a different one. 70 days. I knew it was this one, but it's not showing the way it used to. Orange County Airport. But it's not giving me the historical data. Let me just try to do it like this. Nope. That's so stupid. Okay, let's see, that might be better. Nope, it just screwed it up. This is going to be really difficult to find. I used to have it. I don't understand it. This one's not even working. Daily observations. Weekly. Okay. Let's try January first. This is such BS. And the thing is, I need this for my statistics. So this is not a waste of time for me. When I do my weather stuff. This one goes back. This one could work. Yeah, I think I found one. I think I found one. All right, I think we have it. Finally. So this is historical. What's up, Genghis? And yes, Papa Prime, less snow in winters, but I had to find it because I need this when I do my statistical research. This one's very important to me. So this is 2015, January here. So this is the first week of January, which is supposed to be our coldest month. So you had 36, 37, 43, 36. This one actually hit 50 at night, but then it dropped right back down. It was on the downhill. Look at this, 21, 25. $21, $30, $21, $30. You get the idea. This is how many years ago? 9 years ago. It was cold and it was snowy. Now let's fast forward now. Let's go to this past January. Last year was even crazier. And let's go back to the beginning of the month. 43, 41, 39, 45, 37, 34. That's pretty average. 39, 52, 55, 43, 48, 59. 37 is the average. There was that cold spell we had. I remember that. And it was cold, that Arctic. So that's normal temperatures there. 52, 42, that's above normal. That's all normal. Let's go to 2023. It was insane how warm it was. Remember, no snow, 32. 52, 54, 43, 54, 48, 48, 45. There's normal, 37, 43, 41. Two normals, 40, 50, 55. Slightly below normal, so that's 3. Slightly above normal, so there's 4. Way above normal, 5. Above normal, 6. Above normal, 7. Look at that, 40, upper 40s. So there were 7 days. 7 days normal. None below normal. 1 was below normal. 1. That's how warm the winters have been. Forget about this past summer. It was sick. We average 790s per summer. That's what we're supposed to have. An average. What was it, June that was sick? I thought July. It was so freaking hot. It was July. We don't average very warm here. July. 90. I know we had a crazy heat spell. '96, '91, '95, '91. There it is. 93, 91, 91, 90, 88. It was a very warm summer here. So the climate averages. See, we don't get to 90. We peak at 85. We don't hit many 90s here. We just don't. But we recently, it's been getting ridiculously over 90s all summer. So the average temperature is saying here 41. It's going to be 63 today, so that's 22 degrees above normal. January is 36. And we've been above normal for that, forget it. Insane. But look at this, coldest month, January, 27 degrees Fahrenheit average. Hell no. Hell no. We've been way warmer than that. Hottest month, July, 74. Ha! We were in the 90s and upper 80s. So the weather has changed. Warmer. All season. Forget about snow. We don't get it anymore because it's just too warm. So that just gives you an idea. Like today's weather, let's see. That's past weather. Weather today. It's 54, going to 63. That's sick. It should be like 40, 39, because I'm not in the city of Newburgh. I'm in the town, which is higher elevation. So that's just crazy. It really is. That is crazy. It really is. Then it's going to drop tomorrow to a slight, like normal, little slightly below normal. But today's supposed to be really bad, the weather. A lot of heavy rain, wind. Over here it's not showing the wind gust, but we have a wind advisory right now. There is a wind advisory. Developing bomb cyclone. Winds becoming strong, heavy rain and thunderstorm, worsening travel conditions, flooding, damaging winds, and power outages possible. So we're getting it. So it's going to be a rough day here with the weather. Rough. We don't do Celsius, Amal. We don't do Celsius. We don't do meters, centimeters, millimeters, kilometers. We don't do that. We're Americans. We don't do that. If you want to do that, go back to India and play with your metric system. We don't do that here. Just saying. Oh my God. Papa Prime, 60-mile-per-hour winds plus. I would leave work a little early, dude. I would. So, Alexa, what is 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit?
30 degrees Celsius is 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's decent for our summer. I would take that. When it goes over 90, I don't like it. Because it's going to be humid here, most likely. It's not a dry heat like out west. It's just unbearable over here. But it was a rough summer. It was a warm summer. Not warm, hot summer. But like I said, it's supposed to be like 39 right now, 40, because we're still early December. So say 40. It's going to be 63 today. Yesterday it was 50 something. So we're already trending above normal. Not for here, Amol. Maybe in Seattle. 20 to 30 Celsius is not normal winter temperatures. You tell that to people that live up north. They'll say, what are you talking about? Where do you live? California? That doesn't happen here. That doesn't even happen in Florida. They average like in the 70s now for the winter. Dips down to the 30s in Florida at night. It could. So, if you're in India, maybe. But wait a minute. You're back in India now? You went back? You're not in Seattle? You went back home? I don't know. You're not answering now. Papa Prime, what state are you in? What state are you in? Don't tell me where. Just tell me the state. I need a show description. He better send that to me soon because I'm running out of time. Oh, you're in Connecticut. It's going to be bad there too. Matter of fact, they're getting the heavier rain in Connecticut. Eastern Connecticut, not west. Let me see. Earlier today, they were getting heavy rain. There might be a little lull. There's a little lull even here right now. But don't be fooled by it. See this? But this is going to come through. This is going to shift east, and it's going to train up to the northeast. And we're just going to be sitting over that area of rain. It's just going to train over us. As it shifts east, it's just going to keep going over the same areas. And there's a lot of moisture here. Look how once that radar loads, this rain goes all the way down to Georgia. Even Florida, the panhandle. So that rain has to push east move out. But until it does, we're going to end up in that train of rain. It's just going to keep going over us. Look at this. As it shifts to the east. And the winds are going to pick up. They're saying crazy wind possible, especially near coastal areas of the Northeast and New England. The purple is, it's freezing up there. That's icing. It's mixing. That's higher elevation. That's way up. But on the backside, it's colder. We got to worry about storms developing in a line too, because of the warm air ahead of it and the cold air coming behind it. There could be some thunderstorms in here later. There's already a few popping up offshore, and there's a little line here, but we can do it this way. Let's try this. There's 5 alerts. Special weather statement. Virginia, South Carolina. Okay, there's nothing here yet. So let's go to a radar in Bridgeport. See, so a lot of the rain is offshore. It's not that much right now. Like I said, there's a lull. A lot of it's moving offshore. Rhode Island, Massachusetts, it's heading up that way. But right now there's a lull in here. But remember that rain is off to this side here. They're getting lake effects. So let's do a radar more to the, at least one bomb cyclone and storm train. Storms packing drenching rain and mountain snow return to a large part of the Pacific coast. So the Pacific is getting something too. See, this is the rain that's coming up. This is the radar. See, it's filling in sections. So there's still a lot of rain to the west and south. And it all has to move up. And where the colder areas, they're going to get some snow here. 4+ inches. The lake effect, same thing. I don't know how that could be. That's a darker color. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And it's just going to get worse later. Let me see what they're saying about the Pacific. There's a low there. Not much going on over there. So yeah, it's just going to deteriorate as the day goes on. It goes up 395. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you. It's purple on precip maps in eastern, but it's moving north, and it was earlier because it was colder earlier. I don't think it's going to be anymore. Let's check that AccuWeather. Actually, let's go to windy and look at the radar. What's new in version 44? See, we're in that lull. There's still quite a bit of rain eastern Connecticut, but a lot of the heavier rain has shifted to the east of Connecticut. In here, the heavier rain. It's still moderate rain in here with pockets of heavier rain, but most of the action has shifted to the east. Rhode Island, Massachusetts. You can see it on the radar. But there's still a whole bunch of precipitation that still has to come up and east. So this ain't over. We got a long day of this nastiness. Let's look at the future model. By 10 a.m. You see how it's pushing to the east slightly, but it's training to the north-northeast. We're going to get in these heavier pockets of rain again. Maybe some thunderstorms in these lines. And look at that. It goes all the way down to Florida. They're going to have some storms down there. This is a future model. Look at this line developing. Because you got the cold air behind it. That's the cold air behind it. And look at this warm air coming up. And then the winds are going to get crazy later. Look at the winds. That's offshore, but coastal areas are going to get pummeled by that wind. That's a lot of wind right there coming on shore. The coastal areas are going to get some serious wind. I mean, look at Long Island. Mount Talk is going to get battered. Then the southern shores here, they're going to get battered. See, this is riding parallel. Up here, they're going to get hit. I mean, look at those onshore flow wind. Mount Talk is a bullseye. So it looks like a lot of the wind is going to affect the coast. And then it's going to move off as the storm system moves offshore. But look at that. Oh, I just hit the wrong thing. Look at that. Maine. It's the coastal areas. So if you live on the shoreline here and up in Maine, you're going to have erosion. You're going to have some serious stuff going on. And there'll be wind gusts inland here. New London. Oh, I got to do this. He's got the description in. Okay, I have to do that right away, but I'll do your weather first. I was waiting for that description. Oh, you got a high wind warning there. High wind warning in New London. Strong winds becoming strong, warmer with rain and a thunderstorm, some heavy later. Watch for areas of flooding. Locally damaging winds can cause power outages. Tonight, same thing, pretty much, then coming clear. Let's look at this high wind warning. That's crazy. You got everything going on. What'd I tell you? Coastal flood statement. Definite. A flood watch, but a high wind warning starting at noon, ending tonight late. And there it is. Just like I said. What did I just say? Long Island, Montauk, and the coastal areas. That's going to shift more to the east. There'll be more warnings shifting east later and to Maine. Gusts up to 60 mile per hour. But the winds are going to be 25 to 35. But gusts up to 60. And New York, Long Island, Suffolk County. So yes, if I were you, I would get the hell home. If you're in this area, I would get home early. Leave work early. It's just going to be really freaking nasty out there. And plus, they're going to close a lot of places down. Like roads, bridges. Because if the winds get too high, they close that shit down. So travel will be crazy. Can you imagine the flights right now? Delays? What's this? He spelled her name wrong. I gotta read into his stuff. All right, I've got to do some work immediately. You're welcome. It's not the kind of news I want to give you for your weather, but kind of sucks, actually. All right, I got to do something right away. Show that errors. Okay, pre-recorded. I had to jump on. I was messing with them because the guest left a little early. Okay. Tom Richard is the guest. And he spelled Stacy wrong. Correct that. And this starts at 4 p.m. Oh my God. What time is it? I'll do 9:30. Announcement. It starts at 4. Okay, we're bad. Good. I gotta make a fire. The problem is, the wood is outside. Problem is, it's pouring. Maybe not now. We're gonna look at the camera in a minute. But I gotta go outside and get wood. Okay, this is all set. Customize. But now I gotta do it over here too. This one's more technical. but it's set on the stream, and I gotta do there, and I gotta do the audio. And then I'll be done. Almost. It's interesting what Mr. Salas sent me for tomorrow's UAP show. An interesting document. I don't know if I want to share it. I'm sure he shared it already somewhere. Save and schedule. Okay, that's done. I just gotta wait for this video and then I'll be done. No tarp on, oh yeah, there's definitely tarp on the wood. Definitely. But I gotta go out there in the rain. Poor Bill doesn't want to get wet. We'll look outside now. Where's my phone? I hate when it does this. Keep me logged in for 30 days, please. And there's the code. Thank God I'm almost done painting over there. I was gonna go there today to do put some blinds up, but I'm just gonna rest. I have to take it easy. Okay, phone is clear. Oh my God, it's all damp because the lens is all fogged out because it was foggy really. Oh shit, this file is ready to do. What's today? The 11th? Yeah. Reconnect. Oh yeah, it's damp. I might have to go outside and wipe that lens. I think we're gonna do that first, but let me just set this show up. So this is what it looks like outside, but I gotta clean it. It's just so damp. But first things first. 4 p.m. This won't take long. 3 minutes tops. Okay. Save. And now we're gonna do all this stuff. One minute. I'm gonna get some wood too while I'm out there. Save. And one thing left. Organize. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen it look like this before. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like what they did here. Anyway, I'm done. Okay, now I'm gonna go outside and get some firewood. Don't share what, Alice? What am I not sharing? The document? Let's see. It's this one. It's a long document. I've been talking about, I'm only going to show a little bit of it. I've been talking about how there's the next witnesses. Let's talk about this after I get my wood. Oh shit, my laundry's done. More stuff. I gotta take that to the garage. Now it's warm outside. Remember, it's in the 50s. It's not cold out. It feels colder in here than it probably does out there. But we're gonna clean that camera. And I need this right here. Still gotta bring my laundry to the garage. Damn, I got filthy on that. So it's not raining right now. Not right now, at least. But it's a little lull. Okay. All right, so if people have been paying attention to my hints, because I just can't outright say things at times, which frustrates a lot of people. But talking to numerous people, including those with direct contact with what goes on in D.C., it looks like the next set of witnesses are going to be direct witnesses, like a person who experienced something at an air base, a military air base, but nuclear. So Robert Salas was the commanding officer in '67 at the Maelstrom base where the missile man missiles, 10 of them, were shut down. But it happened a week prior to, I think, at the same base with another commanding officer. So after, I don't know if that's public. Let me take that out. He did meet with Arrow a few weeks ago. And they brought him in for his testimony. And this is what, I'm not going to show the whole document. Oh, we definitely don't want to make it full screen. Yeah. So this is the actual document, the transcript, let's call it, of that meeting. All of it. It's long. Too long to share here. And they even show what was submitted as documents, diagrams, but we're not showing this. We're just gonna. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of the top. He sent this to me yesterday. Memorandum for record, interview of Mr. Robert Salas, date 1500 to 1700, by telephone. Mr. Salas agreed to be interviewed by Arrow personnel under the Fiscal Year 23 National Defense Authorization Act authorized disclosure law. So they're going to go through all this to protect themselves. Mr. Salas has provided an oral statement, attachment 1, and supporting documentation, including a PowerPoint presentation, attachment 2, with reference attachment 3, and notes attachment 4. Mr. Salas recounted an event that took place on the 24th of March 1967 at Oscar Flight's Launch Control Facility, Maelstrom Air Force Base, Montana, where all 10 Minutemen missiles in the flight went off due to a power issue caused by an unidentified flying object. The UFO was first seen by security police officer above ground. Mr. Salas believes a similar event occurred at the area 8 days earlier, so I was right, a week before, on the 16th of March, 67. Mr. Salas also provided information and reporting that a truck driver and a Montana Highway Patrol officer witnessed a UFO consisting of bright lights descending from the sky onto the highway and then off the road into a ravine approximately a mile from the road. Mr. Salas offered the following for his formal testimony to Arrow. And then there's a lot there. So this is his actual testimony, his actual attachments, diagrams, documents, everything, references at that Arrow hearing. And I can tell you, well, maybe he's going to be on the show tomorrow, so we'll just hold off. Let's see what he says. His wife is lovely, too. I'm trying to get them to Pine Bush for next year. The both of them. So this is an example of the people that they're looking at. Now, this is Arrow. But I can say that he's met behind closed doors with congressional member or members in a classified setting. I can say that. But that's all I'm going to say. So this is interesting. Interesting. And he actually sent me some photos. And I'm only going to share one. But I got to take it off screen to make sure I don't put the wrong one. Let me exit out of that one. No, not that one. This is his new book, which I got to call him because I want a copy autographed. But this is his new book. Well, not really new, but UAPs and the Nuclear Puzzle. And this is the actual control panel for the missiles. He sent me that photo. But there's more photos, but that's the actual photo of, but it's, decommissioned. There's nothing national security that's there, but I'm sure somebody would want to do something like this and try to see if they could read what's on those pieces of paper, right? Or binders or whatever it is. But can you imagine? Now, as far as I understand it, and I would have to have him come on with me to discuss the specifics, but he was called because he's down in a bunker below ground, like tens of feet down in the command center. They reported seeing something above. And it started like a normal conversation, but then he got another call and they were scared because they seen something hovering right over the base when all this shit was going on. Now, whether those people come forward and testify as well, but where's the data? Where's the radar data to show that something was over it? Whose has that? Do they have it? Is it classified? Will they release that? These are the questions to show that there was something over the base. Big. Hovering. It was not small. It was big. An orangey glow to it. But you have to, I would suggest you hear the show tomorrow because he's going to be the guest, and then his lovely wife, Marilyn, will join the second hour with him because she has had some experiences herself with him. Which is what, and he knows it, and they know it. When they talk about their own personal experiences, people are going to say, oh, they're way out there. They're woo-woo. Now they're saying they had experiences too. Does that hurt his credibility going before a hearing? when questioned about it, because they're going to bring it up. Well, what about this other stuff that you supposedly experienced with your wife? He knows that. She knows that. He didn't tell her for like, they've been married quite some time. He didn't tell her for years about this. But then somebody put it in a book about, because he wasn't supposed to talk about it. Somebody put it in a book how there's a whole story behind this, how it came out to the public. It's really interesting. So he'll be on tomorrow with the UAP guys. Should be interesting. So, without getting into too many details, he definitely wants to testify. He definitely wants to testify. And Stephen Bassett is doing his due diligence to make that happen. And has done his due diligence to make that happen. So there's a lot going on in the background. But the thing is, the public wants to see the evidence. It's all classified, overclassified. But like Lou Lalazando said, there is stuff that can be released to the public without risking national security. There is stuff that can be released. That's what he said. Does it exist? Is what he's saying is true? I don't know. But that's what he claims. But then they're not. Look at this drone thing over Jersey. Has there been an explanation as of what it was? Who's responsible for it? Somebody claimed that one was shot down and was burning on the side of the road. There's all kinds of stories out there. Now, to me, it looks like it had navigational lights, green and red, which indicates it's probably human-made. Some people are saying, oh, it's extraterrestrials. I don't think so. I think it was just a large drone. But, again, we haven't had an explanation, so it could be, who knows what it was. Yeah, I'm going to go on a show tomorrow as a guest to talk about it. But I think people, right away want to run to the extraterrestrial or interdimensional explanation. Slow down. Let's not put ourselves out there like that. You need data. You need the facts. You need the evidence. You need the science. Based on what I've seen in some of the images and the videos, it looks like drones, but large drones. But it doesn't look like it's civilian drones, like what I have, a Mavic 2 Pro. It doesn't look that small. This thing is pretty big. So you're telling me when all this was going on, they don't have an indication of where these came from? Radar? Was it flying so low that they had a problem picking it up on radar? They got the data, but they're not saying anything. So I'm thinking it's ours. Maybe it's military. And they don't want to claim anything. They don't want to say anything. Maybe it was something to do with ours, military. And they're just not going to talk about it. And you're not going to get an answer. Because they're not going. Some people say, I've heard all kinds of explanations. And this is going on worldwide. This is not just an isolated incident. But here's the thing. I'm hearing all kinds of, believe me, people, my brother messaged me this morning. Like, Bill, have you heard anything about these? He lives in Jersey. He lives not far from when this was going on. And I told him the same thing. It's probably ours. It's probably military. Or they're keeping it hush-hush because if it's not, and if it's adversarial, with the way things are right now, and you got to remember there's a transitional period right now between administrations. They don't want no bumps in the road right now. Stir stuff up. So maybe they'll wait until after Trump is in office, and then you'll start getting information out. I don't think you're going to hear anything. Congress is in recess now for the holidays. So it's quiet. And they did have a hearing on this behind closed doors, I think with Arrow, over these drones last week. I think it was Friday. So they are paying attention. But Congress has to go and have a hearing, like a closed door committee meeting on these drones. Like, they don't know what's going on. So nobody's telling them, let alone the public. They're trying to find answers. They don't even know what the hell's going on, let alone the public. But somebody does know. Somebody knows, but they're not saying anything. Another thing, too, I've heard, false flag. Is this a drill, an exercise for a false flag event? I'm hearing all kinds of stuff from so many people. But you're going to hear that anyway. That's normal. You're going to hear all the different opinions and ideas and speculation and conspiracy theories, everything. It's to be expected. But based on what I've seen, I'm not impressed. I just think it's oversized drones. I could be wrong. So, who knows? Until we get a definitive answer and then that's going to be questioned. Whatever answer they come out with, oh, the FBI is investigating the drones in Jersey. So what happened to the investigation, FBI? We're all waiting. You said you're investigating it. And I'm sure there's other agencies investigating. So, any results yet? And that's another thing. Genghis makes a great point because Amazon is starting to do drone deliveries. And they're going to be oversized. Genghis says, I imagine it's companies testing out scaled-up drones to start carrying people, large objects. Did you know that Amazon is starting to do their drone delivery? It could be Amazon drones. I wonder if there was an Amazon testing facility nearby or a site. It could be the big, oversized Amazon drones. That could be very possible. Now that you put that in there. And I've seen, have anybody seen drone shows and what these things can do? Look at the one with Star Trek. This was years ago. And they had the Enterprise maneuvering. It was outrageous. So the technology is so fast advancing, especially with the AI component. And of course, it's programmable. When they do all these shows in the air, everything's programmed. But, it's advancing so fast. So anything's possible. Good morning. I've got Tony Rattenfeder. Awesome. I haven't seen Tony on a show in a while. It's going to be good to see Tony Rathman. I've seen the drone shows on YouTube. Look at that Google headline. Amazon successfully tests delivery drones in Italy. I wonder what the size of those. I should look this up. And that's to say they tested it there. Who knows if they tested here? Yeah, Amazon just completed its first delivery by drone in Italy. And it's a pretty big drone. Oh, that's a pretty big drone. We need to share this video. I mean, just to put this in scale. I'm going to mute it, because I'll get in trouble. You know that you can talk over videos if you mute it. Okay, so this is that video of the drone in Italy. And it's big. Look at it. It's a big drone. That's a nice sized drone. So, like he said, it could be a commercial drone. An oversized drone. Oh, I wouldn't want my freaking package dropped like that. I'll tell you that right now. I ain't feeling that. It can't be fragile. I mean, really? But that's a nice sized drone. So, you know what I mean? So, just because it's not a civilian little drone like I have, doesn't mean it can't be a commercial drone. To me, that makes sense. And even when you take the test, they even talk about, I haven't taken it yet. I've been so busy. But it even says about the larger drones to be an operator. Okay, now that's just like a test. Oh, there goes Xbox. Now, they're not going to release that information. Yeah, this is all civilian. Yeah, that's bullshit. There's all different types of sizes. Industrial drone. Let's look on YouTube, because I just found they're not going to show you much but even military. Yeah, it's the one that they're talking about, the drones over Jersey. And it even says it on this video from NBC News. Look at the video. I'm going to try to pause it. And now I'm going to share the screen. This is from NBC News of the Jersey drone thing. See how it's blinking? It's navigational. I cannot put the volume because it's copyrighted. So this is a police drone probably trying to track the other drones. And like I said, I cannot put the audio because it's a copyright issue. And you see the red, that's timed. That's navigational. That is not a UFO. When it's blinking like that, because they're timed to do that, that is by regulation. You're supposed to have those, whether it's whatever aircraft. That's a regulation. It's nav lights. It's blinking, so it's not a UFO. It is a drone. It's a big one, but it's a drone. And when something is captured on camera out of focus, give me a break. Exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly, Papa Prime. And see, they're not commenting on it. It's out of focus. Anything out of focus, now that's better. See? It's a freaking drone. Period. Drone. The thing is, of what origin? That's the question. Who's responsible for them? So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up another video. See? The red? That's a drone. It's a big one. As a small car. And this is pretty much showing what the other one is saying. And right away, people might see it look like triangular. Oh, it's a triangle. No, it's not. It's a drone. A plane couldn't look like that. Now, I think I paid for it. I'm not sure. Now, what was the date on that? Because you could look up flight radar. And I think I paid for that. I'm going to look. I think I got the gold package. Log in. Oh, Christ. Like, I'm going to remember this. Wrong password. But we might be able to look back to the date. Genghis, if you can, look up the date of when that happened. Or Alice or whoever. Red Star, what's up? I'm trying to, there's my email. I'm trying to log into Flight Radar. I pay for it, so I... Okay, Flight Radar password. Reset password. Save. Save. I think we're in gold. I do have the gold version. The weather's showing not much activity here. So filters, flights. I'm trying to see the damn what of the drones in New Jersey. That's what I'm looking at the flight radar. But I've never actually done this before to look up filters. Playback. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. But we need a date and a time. When did it happen? I gotta Google it. Last Sunday night. All right, so Sunday was what? The 1st? Yes. At one time. So Sunday in the evening. Let's try. I want to try. What time though? Let's just try 1700. Because then we could play it. And we got to zoom in. It was northern New Jersey. That's currently, by the way. Okay. Speed. Let's pause it. I need a time. This is northern New Jersey right here. All these have tags. So it's not going to be any of those. This is Newark. It was north of Newark. Actually, we need to know the exact location where this happened. The Raritan River. Is anything? Wait. Time out now. The reports vary in the start date, but the increasing numbers reported in the last 30 days. The sightings began just before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, that's different. That's a different date. That's 28th. We need a time. Along the road. The drones reported success 711 kinds of another air. Okay, more recently the drones have been. Okay, but we're looking at the Jersey ones. I gotta Google it. Map shows where mysterious drones over Jersey have been spotted. A map shows where they've been. Okay. We would get up and look out my window. It was 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and they were still hovering. But what day? Okay, I see where it happened. Morris County. And Somerset County. So over in here. I'm using the bearings of the map that I see. So it's to the west of here. Right in here. This is where it happened. But now we need a specific time. I'm reading. I'm trying to find a timestamp. I know there's a few. That's what makes it difficult. Okay. When did the nighttime drone sightings begin? On November 18th, police began investigating a large number of drones at night near Morris County. And there's so many counties involved here. Okay. So it says November 18th was like when it started. But I'm still not finding a timestamp. Okay. Another report is seeing 15 over 3 hour period in Morris County. Okay, let me click on this article. So it's taking me to different articles for the different times that this supposedly happened. So there's multiples, like you guys are saying. I don't see anything. So between 8 and 10, but that doesn't give me a specific date. He first heard about the drones overhead November 18th. He's seen them daily except for Thanksgiving. Law enforcement on patrol also reported drone sightings. But I'm still not seeing a freaking timestamp. 11:13, November 18th. See, those are all planes. What's that? Okay, it is a plane. These are all plane identified. There's a not available. Looks like a helicopter. to plane. These are all identifiables. Whatever it wasn't picked up that I'm seeing. We're already going into 11:30 that night. This is Morris County. I don't think it's going to be picked up. You know what? Let's try to do a filter. Does it have UAVs? Non-categorized. Other. Let's get to this. Drones. Okay. Let's take everything off. Let's even leave gliders. We'll even leave other and non-categorized. Take that off. General, business, military. Oh, let's leave military in there. Cargo. Let's take it off. Okay. Look how empty it is now. Look how empty that is. Take off all the other filters. What's that? Not available. That looks like a helicopter. Aircraft type. Leonardo AW. But I took helicopter off. But it has the thing that looks like a helicopter, but that could be a drone. Leonardo, let's pause. What is that? Leonardo AW139. Come on, spell right. Leonardo. But it was an H, so it probably is. Yep, it's a helicopter. Okay. Even though I took it off, but that's all right. They might have been investigating something. Because supposedly something crashed too. But I'm not seeing nothing. There's a bunch of helicopters in that area. What is that? Aircraft photo not available. It's a Black Hawk. A Bell. There's another Hilo. That's another Hilo. But that's not where we want to look. We want to look in here. What the hell is going on down there? But that's way south. That's not it. We got to be in here. And that's even going up toward New York. This is Jersey here. Northern Jersey's right here. That's that same one. See, I'm not even seeing anything at that time being picked up. Drones or anything on the filter. That same helicopter, though, seems to be hovering in that area. Why? The helicopter just, there it goes. I wonder if that helicopter was investigating. What? Oh, that's a Cessna. Okay. A Boeing. I'm not seeing anything, but the times might be wrong. I saw the video with the spinning lights. Then shortly after, the swarms were reported over New York, but we're not seeing anything over New York. Now, Al told me that the day after Thanksgiving, there was some crazy shit going on up here. That people were reporting seeing right on the Hudson. I want to see that. I'm not seeing anything here, but we're not even at 11:30 yet. I can speed it up. Let me get ready to pause if I see anything pop up. Oh, those are military. In formation like that. 2 helicopters here. Yep. That's a helo. That's not even, that's south. This is what we're supposed to be looking at right here. I ain't seeing nothing. All right, let me go to the other night because everybody was going batshit crazy up here. Select date. It was the 29th of November. And it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would be 1700. And let's slow the speed down a bit. And let's zoom into my area. Right in there. Let's see if anything pops up. Why does it say 2:30? There we go. Helicopter. They say it was right here. That's a helicopter. Supposedly people were seeing all kinds of stuff that evening. I even got a message, but I wasn't home. Let's speed it up a little. I'm not seeing anything. So, who knows? Maybe it was flying too low to be picked up on radar. Who knows? See, even my drone, and Lorraine, I don't know how it is in Canada. It's registered. It pings. They know it's in the air. Yeah, this is at 7 o'clock at night now, so that's dead. So the point is, flight radar isn't picking up anything, but that doesn't mean it's not there. What's up, Dwayne? But like mine, and I have the registration certificate, it's inside. Even on the side of the drone, I have to put a sticker that has the registration on it for the Mavic. And they know, but it's registered. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know, the origin of these. Military, commercial, we don't know. But it was worth the look. But that does not mean it wasn't there. It's just, it didn't come up on the radar. Remember, those are high altitude, higher altitude. Something low may not have been picked up by radar, but it should still ping. As far as drones, like, why isn't a civilian drone being picked up on that flight tracking, flight radar thing? I'm sure there's plenty of drones in the air that people do. How come those aren't pinging? Even though when you put drones checked in. So that does not mean that they weren't there. Location is key as far as the rules. Like here, if I try to fly, and I got to take the test, I paid for it and everything. I'm still halfway through the test preparation. If I don't get the clearance, because you have to do it, you have to put in your email, your password once you have certification, then you could get cleared to take a launch in an area that you're not supposed to fly in. As an operator, a drone operator, has to be approved because I live too close to an airport. So the drone won't even take off. It won't go into the air. I'm too close. I'm in restricted airspace. It won't even take off. It'll start like it wants to go, but it ain't going up. Not unless I get the clearance. It says it on my controller. You need clearance. Put in your email password. Then you can do it. So there's a lot of regulations here. But the airport is 3 miles away. And it's not just commercial. It's the National Guard. Stewart. So at least 8 of the 10 flights would not be permitted elsewhere in Canada. Wow. So it's like that. They're very strict. Like, oh my God, I don't even remember the name of the freaking company now. Oh my God. I can't even remember the company I'm taking the test part of. It's bookmarked. I don't understand what's going on with this. I can look at my emails. It's not even there. I have to go to my email. It should say school. That's it. Kings. I don't know where my login is. My online courses. Oh, God. Forgot your username. Like, I'm going to remember this. Doesn't match. email. Well, unable to retrieve. Maybe I didn't put it under that one. There it is. Now I gotta go to the email to reset my password because I don't remember it. And there's the email. New password. Shit. I'm in. I've done 4 out of 5 out of 9 labs. And I'm gonna have to refresh. Because there's no freaking way I remember this. I'm gonna have to redo it from the beginning again. And there's a lot of shit that you gotta remember. Like, I'll give you an example. This is one chapter. I paid for this, a lot of money. See, I did this in April. Look how long it's been. I gotta redo the whole freaking course.
Now,
then you
let's
gotta
you
take
and I
questions.
take a good close look at aerodynamics. The FAA wants you as a private pilot to have some idea of when and how an airplane's going to fly. Well,
I don't want to get in trouble, but it is complicated. And then they give you a mock test after every chapter. I don't remember shit. When I'm ready to take the test, I'm going to have to do this course so it's fresh in my mind and then schedule to take the test at the airport. But that's the course, and it takes about 9 hours to go through the course. No joke. That's how strict it is here. Because you are responsible. They will hold you responsible. The FAA, you cause an incident. They know where your drone is. They know you're operating it. You are responsible. Now, you can also be there. I remember this during the course. I can let somebody else operate the drone, but with my overseeing them. But I am responsible for them. They do allow that. That's crazy. As long as you're with a certified operator, another person can use it. Then they want somebody to have line of sight. There's so many regulations. 400 feet up. You can go 400 feet up, but say there's a tower, you can go 400 feet above the tower. But there is a height limit with the drones. There's so many regulations. That's just, I mean, it's crazy how many regulations there are. So that's part of the course. I got to redo that course. What's going on now? Federal prisons are supposed to have them. Yeah. But you live like in a more remote area, Lorraine. I mean, over here, we just have so much air traffic and population and obstacles. Yeah, like if I wanted to do Pine Bush, I have to get permission from the town to operate it, especially over in an event. If it was like a live event and I want to go over people, oh, you got to get permission. There's all kinds of shit you got to go through. You just can't fly the drone and do it. You get in some serious trouble. That's how it works. At least here. And there's a submission form that you got to put in. And then they'll get back to you if they approve it or not. That's how it is here. So I have to take that course. It's good for 2 years, paid. So I got to take it soon. Isn't it safe to counter the anti-drone technology? Well, anything is possible, Red Star, but I'm not taking no chances. I'm going to do it by the book. No way. And I'm not going to take my drone out because it's packed in one of those crates. God only knows which one. So, I'm not about to do that with my bad arm. But you have to, like I said, you have to put the registration. I bought a sticker and I put it in marker on both sides. You have to carry the certification. Matter of fact, in my wallet, I'm registered. It's a card. It's in my wallet. You got to carry that around because they may ask you for it. So it's like that. Oh, that's your drone? Oh, let me see your card. It has to match the registration number on the drone. It's like a license. But it's not. If I was in a non-restricted area, I could fly the drone right now. And it shows you the areas. When you turn it on, it shows you the areas on the controller. What's restricted, what's not. It has a map, all that. But Bill's not about to start getting in trouble. That's funny, Alice. So, yeah. Oh, no, today's Wednesday. I can't stick myself. I gotta wait till Friday now. Manjaro injection. By the way, this morning I was down to 172.8, but it's still 172. I was up this morning. So it's slowly. It's good. Jesus Christ. Oh, she sent me the info. What's this? Ongoing sights of mysterious drones in the skies of New Jersey have sparked. This is the debrief. 16 hours ago. Here's what the debrief has learned about the mysterious drone incursions. Are keeping officials on edge as feds probe for answers. They're still saying the operators and ultimate purpose remain unknown. It's extended over other states. Recent observations over Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Brooklyn, New York. Since then, 10 more sightings. They're trying to do a FOIA to get information. Many of their inquiries are ongoing, and the debrief is presently awaiting further communication from the federal and state officials that will be featured in our ongoing reporting on these sightings. Meanwhile, the emerging picture of a drone situation over the northeastern United States has developed in recent days, and how officials are responding. It's the same old, same old. It started at the beginning of mid-November. Over the weekend, nearly a dozen unmanned drones were reported in various areas of Middletown, including the airspace over Naval Weapons Station. I can't read that. Earl? In a letter by U.S. Senator Cory Booker on Monday. This unauthorized action poses significant security concerns for critical military installations and the surrounding communities. While the source of this drone activity is still to be determined, it is clear that the communication channels and proper authorities among law enforcement and federal partners may be drastically improved in order to work quickly. In a statement on yesterday, that echoes similar frustration within the situation, U.S. Senator John, I can't read that name because I don't have my glasses, whatever, he's a Republican in New Jersey, said he believes state officials should issue a limited state of emergency banning all drones until the public receives an explanation regarding these multiple sightings. Also on Tuesday, mayors from towns across Morris County released a letter to New Jersey governor where they collectively call for increased transparency on the issue. Despite inquiries made to relevant authorities, we have yet to receive satisfactory answers about the purpose, operators, or safety protocols governing these flights. Governor Murphy responded to the concerns expressed in the letter, saying he didn't blame residents and elected officials across the state for feeling frustrated, although he maintained that federal officials have found no evidence indicating that drone flights could pose a threat. We're not worried about the threat. What are they? We want to know. It's like a cover-up. Oh, here we go. Now they're saying one of them sightings was a Piper J3 Cub. Falsely misidentified conventional aircraft displaying standard position light configurations required by the FAA. FBI spokesman said that the agency is doing all we can to figure out what's going on, although admitting that we truly don't have much information to provide at the moment. While there is no single consistent description of their appearance, many reports describe the drones as relatively low-flying objects that produce buzzing noises consistent with conventional unmanned aerial systems. However, the New Jersey objects are often described as appearing to be larger than the varieties of drones typically flown by hobbyists, with some descriptions likening them to be the size of an automobile. Several observers said the drones, which often travel in groups, also appear to follow consistent flight paths that regularly carry them over critical infrastructure sites and military installations. It included the Picatinny Arsenal and Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster. Although officials have been able to provide few details about the drone overflights, Florham Park Police Chief Joseph Orlando said last week that their presence appears nefarious in nature. And then they're saying it could be small aircraft. The FBI asking for help. Also going on in Staten Island's borough. And here's what I was saying. The FAA says that drone operators found conducting unsafe and unauthorized flights could face severe penalties, including fines up to $75,000. And then they're talking about the drone incursions over U.S. military facilities in the UK, over a span of several days in late November. They characterized a multi-drone incursion over RAF Laken Heath in Suffolk, England, was followed by similar nightly sightings that expanded to nearby RAF, I can't read that, Mildenhall, also in Suffolk, and RAF Feltwell in Norfolk. They were also reported over RAF Fairford. And that's it. So, nothing. Nothing new. It's the same old, same old. No answers, no explanation. And if they do know, they're not saying. As simple as that. Who knows if somebody's setting up drones in a parking lot, putting them makeshift together out of a truck, and it's an adversary flying up a drone to check out our shit, and then who knows? It could be anything. We could speculate all day, all night. It could be anybody's guess what it is, really. Everybody has a best guess right now because nobody seems to know the answer. So anybody's guess is as good as anybody else's. To me. All right, I gotta start a fire. It's getting chilly. I just don't know. Ow. Alexa, what's the weather right now?
Right now in Newburgh, it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has rainy weather, with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 33 degrees.
57 right now. That is sick. 57 degrees. Crazy. I think it's time to burn a creosote log. I think it's time. I gotta do that. It's that time. Where the hell did I put it? Good question. Creosote, where are you? Oh, jeez, here it is. Let's light this baby up. Alexa, brighten living room light, 50%.
Okay.
It almost looks like a mortar for a big firework. That's like huge. Oh, let's light this baby up. I do this once a month to keep it clean. Even though I cleaned it, but still. I did the brush. Just making sure it's lit. Okay. Come on, light up. Don't go out. I may have to put a stick to help it burn. Getting these started, because I don't like to put wood as it's burning. I like to burn it straight up. It's burning, but I'm going to give it a little help. Yeah, it's starting to burn now. But we'll give it a little assistance. I should be catching now with this fat wood. Oh yeah. Let me stick that in a little bit more. Let's get it really burning. There it goes. And let that burn. That's important. A lot of people don't do that. That's important to maintain your fireplace or what's she saying now? I disagree. Some people's guess is slightly better. Well, obviously, if I say it's a bunch of aliens, if you take a more educated guess, it's going to be obviously. I mean, if you're stating the obvious now, it's not a disagreement on that. I mean, if somebody comes out, okay, they're planning a false flag invasion. This is a drill to prepare in the event of the real thing. I mean, you can. Of course, other people's guesses are more reasonable than others. Alexa, dim living room light 50%.
Okay. How much
Obviously.
value does Alexa add to your life? Please rate from 0 to 10 where 0 is not
Alexa,
valuable.
stop. Oh my gosh. What's going on here now? What Red Star is saying. And now Cheddar Steve. So he thinks something's going to happen before Christmas. They will do anything to stop Trump, and they have already proved they can fool the majority with COVID. And there's all kinds of stuff out there. I'm not sitting here to start debating all these conspiracy theories and everything else. We were talking about drones, and I'm keeping it at the drones and moving forward from there, because this could spin into so many different things. So, but I agree with you saying, Alice, that an educated guess is better than a foolish, ridiculous one. One that just does not make no sense. Everything's connected. If you're a right-wing person, you have your own narrative. If you're in the left, you have your narrative. I don't get caught up in either side because I'm an independent in the middle. I'm a moderate. I don't get caught up in the back and forth. I don't even watch the news anymore because it just drives me nuts to watch this back and forth insanity. One side screaming at the top of the lungs, it's all a conspiracy, this. I mean, it could be true, but I'm tired of it. Honestly, I am exhausted of it. I am so tired. I think everybody needs to put this shit behind us and move forward. Trump takes office, and let's just move forward. But I am tired of dwelling in the past. This, that, prove that, this. I'm tired of it. But the country is evenly divided. Pretty much. Because believe it or not, a lot of Democrats crossed over to vote for Trump, especially the Latinos. The Latinos pushed him through in Pennsylvania and in other places. The Latino vote, and I'm talking Puerto Ricans and other, there's a lot involved there. So if you look at it, but let's just see how the country moves forward. Enough of this division, divisiveness. I am so tired of the back and forth bullshit. The country needs to just focus, come together, and work together to move forward. And put all this Kamala and Trump, all this stuff that happened in the past. I mean, the country's never going to heal if people just keep pursuing this narrative. It's never going to move forward. It's always going to be stuck in this conspiracy-driven, laced environment. And the hate it causes, the anger it causes, the fear it causes, hating someone else, your neighbor, your friend, your coworker, based because they have a different political belief. It has to stop. Because our adversaries, the people that hate this country, love that we fight amongst each other. We're doing them a service. We're not doing ourselves the service. We're doing them the service because they love it. Because they see us in disarray. It's just foolish. To me, in my opinion. So, take that for what it's worth. But my God. Like I said, I don't even pay mind to what's going on anymore. It's just got me sick to death. Let the man take office. People are going to, conspiracy, whatever. Let them do whatever they want. I want no part of it. None. I just want what I concern myself, and I'm involved with my community. What's going on here that involves me directly, around me? What they do on the federal level, we'll see. Because the House, the Senate, and the presidency, the executive branch, are all going to be controlled by one party. Let's see what they could do. That's the way I look at it. Let's see what can be done in the next administration for the country, for everyone, not just the right, but for everyone. And why I say the right? Because it's a Republican president coming in. Let's see. But I say, let's give it a chance, and let's see how it develops. And that's all I can say. So hopefully everything's going to work out. The economy, foreign policy, immigration, we'll see where all this goes. There is no excuses now because there's complete control by one party now. They have the majority. So let's see what they can do. Action speaks louder than words. And all that other rhetoric is nonsense. Because we have to see what actually occurs and happens. So, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. But there's a lot of issues going on globally. A lot. Regardless of alignment, everyone has often been expressing a feeling of foreboding. I'll tell you one thing. You're right, Lorraine. That's what Cheddar Steve brought that up. There's a feeling something might happen before, Christmas. There is that feeling. I talk to a lot of people, and they have similar sentiment on that. That's something in between, and especially with the timing of the administration. A lot of people are saying that. So Cheddar's not alone, and what your sentiment is not alone. A lot of people are talking about that. Battlestar Galactica time. But I agree. Look what happened in Syria. Who knows there's a lot of stuff. And that's why I say we have to just wait till Trump takes office. As far as the state of this country and how it moves forward, we just have to wait and see now. I don't expect any world leader to flip out and do something crazy right now because they want to see what happens. But they might. They might try to pull something right now because it's in transition. That's the scary part. Until he officially takes office, we're still in this current one where he's probably sleeping and she's probably sleeping or whatever. So there is a lot of concern right now. Who's at the wheel? And they're in recess. I think they started recess already. Or they're going to now. Alexa, when does Congress go into recess for the holiday?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Really? Alexa, is Congress still in session?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, freaking. That's because Bezos owns it. That's why. How's her schedule? I'm looking at the whole schedule. End of year. That doesn't say it. There's hearings today. There are still hearings in the House, so they're not out yet. Okay, here it is. Their last day is the 19th on the calendar. I'm looking at the House site. So they're done by the 19th in the House. Right now, there's a hearing. There's actually multiple hearings going on. And they're scheduled till 2. Uh-oh, here comes Momzilla. I wonder if my log went out. What happened, Ma?
You wanted me to open the door?
I know, I saw that. He was barking to come in.
Look at that!
Oh, it's still lit. No, it's not. It's smoking.
Look at that! That'll do this now.
You know what? I'm going to have to burn this with wood because it's just not staying lit. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to have to do it. Okay. It's still smoking, but it needs a little assistance. Like a little piece of bark. We'll do it. Like that. I'm just going to have to watch it. I do got to go outside and bring my laundry to the dryer in the garage. And I do have a meeting in an hour. Less. But, what's today's date? The 11th? So we have, what, 2 weeks? Till Christmas. Exactly. I just hope shit don't hit the fan. Really. I just hope not. It's the last thing we all need. Anyway, here he comes. He's pushing my hand. It's time to take somebody outside. So I'm going to get off soon. He's right here, dying to go. You can't really see him, but he's just staring at me, this little... Okay, where is he? Let's move it a little bit this way. I don't want to move the camera too much because then it's going to mess around. He'll come. It's just a matter of time he jumps up. Oh, he walked away.
Does Vacu want to go outside, Vacu?
Now he's there. Wagging the tail. There he comes. See how he pushed my hand?
Vacu. Este veio, Que Vacu? What? What is it? What is it? I know what the baby wants!
And there he goes. He's waiting for me to get up to walk him. But watch. I'm going to lower this.
The vegetables! It's the vegetables! It's the vegetables! The vegetables! It's the vegetables!
Yeah, we communicate.
That's the way it is. That's what goes on.
You're hurting its ears and mine. Oh my God. Uh-oh. He's pushed my arm again. Oh, he's getting aggressive now. Now he's getting aggressive. Now he's pounding me. Now he's pounding me now. Now he just charged at me and pounded at me. See, now he's getting aggressive.
Caracas. Divas. My baby.
He doesn't want me to play with him. He wants me to go out. He's getting pissed. Who's the bigger?
Why? Divas. My baby. The baby wants to go outside.
That's what the baby wants. The baby wants to go outside. See? I gotta take him. I'm gonna get off for a little while. And take care of business. Anyway, good seeing you, Cheddar and Alice, Papa Prime. Get off of work early, dude. You don't want to be caught in that crazy weather later. I'm telling you. Get out of work early. Red Star, anybody else? Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is. I need to